that the freeze wife don't finally come out amidst everything they happen. She don't come out, come clear the air about everything. She don't talk her own part of the story. I go play the video for una, make una watch am before I talk my mind.
Hard on my forehead, right? If divorcing my ex 12 years ago and starting a relationship before the end of my 10-year divorce lawsuit makes me an adulteress, I am going to wear that tag like a crown with pride on my forehead. For every woman going through a divorce that believes that because our judicial system takes 10 years to 12 years and even more to issue a divorce certificate. If those women believe that because they are going through a 10-year divorce, a 12-year divorce, they don't have the right to find love, they don't have the right to move on with their lives, I am doing it for those women. If you put the adulteress tag on my forehead, I will wear it with pride. I divorced my ex 12 years ago. I filed for the divorce. So if they're trying to change the narrative to make it look like I was caught in an adultery and he divorced me, that is not the case. I filed for a divorce from my ex based on our sexual differences, our sexual orientation. We have different sexual orientations. That is the story. That is the story that can never ever change. No matter how they try to disguise it. I filed. And I remember quite clearly in court, my lawyer asked them if they have any evidence whatsoever to show that I knew who Daddy Freeze was, or Daddy Freeze knew who I was before 2012. They should bring the evidence forward. Up until today, no singular evidence to show that I knew who Daddy Freeze was before I filed for a divorce. So I filed for a divorce on the grounds of different sexual orientation. That was why I filed. Toxic marriage, battery, those were the grounds on which I filed. That is in my court documents and it can never change. And should they have any evidence contrary to that, we are currently in the Supreme Court, so they should bring all the evidence to the Supreme Court. Like I said, I am not here to explain anything to anyone other than the fact that the adultery tag on my forehead is not the reason why I filed for a divorce. I filed for a divorce. I filed from my ex based on different sexual orientation. He's still alive. He has messages, there are evidence, there are letters. At any point in time, the Supreme Court can subpoena MTN. Oh yes, they can subpoena MTN and bring forward text messages. If need be, that can be done in court. So, I am not worried about all those things, but I am more concerned about women that think that because they are going through divorce. It's like saying presently, if you, May you Eduche, should date, she will decide that she wants to start dating, she is committing adultery. Right? Legally, they will say, May you Eduche is committing adultery because her divorce is not yet final. But is she still practically married to you? The answer is no, they are not, right? So any woman that files for a divorce and decides to start dating is an adulteress. But any man that files for a divorce can go ahead and remarry even before that divorce is finalized. Men can remarry even without filing for a divorce from their ex-wives. Men can remarry even without asking permission from their wives. But women cannot date after filing for a divorce. That is the country we live in, and that is why I am doing this live. You see, this narrative has to change.
When I don't say Amabi, though the woman they talk sense, so the woman they really make sense. But I want to see when I want comment. What do you think?